Hello farming enthusiasts, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Nelly Bennett, the go-to space for everything agriculture. In case you need farming tips, anything agriculture, livestock keeping, everything, this is the space to be. You're in the right channel, guys. Before I introduce the guest of the day, I can see you've already seen on the title what we are going to expound more about. We have always been in the farm speaking about avocado, but today you can see we are in an office setup because I have the expert when it comes to the full value chain of avocado plant. So guys, without further ado, allow me introduce the guest of the day. So take your notebook with you, because whatever we are about to share with you guys, it's something that you've never heard of and something that you really need in your farming career if you are a serious farming enthusiast. So welcome to my channel. Kindly introduce yourself to my viewers.
Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Peter Mutweri. I'm an avocado farmer of 7 years, and farming is my business. I enjoy farming because it has high returns compared to other items, especially country in the world. The demand for avocado is huge, is still growing, and we cannot sustain it. So it's a wonderful plant to go into because they give results and it's paying. Well, I've been in avocado farming for the last 7 years, and I started as an accident when I took some friends of mine to our farm, and they had come from an avocado growing area, and they felt that I was wasting my land by not doing avocado. And so I just started, and we started by doing our first plants, which actually failed because we did it longly. But over time, we were able to polish our skills, and now we pride ourselves as good avocado farmers. And when I talk about avocado, I'm talking about specifically hash avocado, because that's a variety that has high returns in the world market. Now, for avocado farming, the starting point is usually on soil testing. Hash avocado will do well in virtually most parts of the country. Any rainfall above 1100 millimeters. If we have in a place where we have loamy soils, temperatures about between 20 and 25 degrees centigrade, moderate rainfall of about 11 to 15 millimeters will do well. However, if you have irrigation, it enhances the growth and the production of avocado. Now, once you are ready to do the hash avocado farming, we always advise that you start with soil testing. Soil testing, that is an easy process. There are many people who are doing it. If you have any guidance, we can guide you into it. And the second most important thing is your selection of seedlings. This is where most people fail, because if you are just driving around a road and you get someone who is growing, who tells you that he has avocado seedlings, you're not sure about the source, about the rootstocks, or even how they are grafted. And people make a mistake because you are gonna buy those seedlings from the roadside. You do your input, you plant, and then after 2 or 3 years, you realize you bought the wrong thing because you don't get the yield you want. And even sometimes people tell you this is hash avocado, when after 2 or 3 months in the growing, you start to discover it's not a hash avocado, it's probably pecketon or any other, which is not your desire. So again, we always insist that you get right even from your seedling selection. Again, if you want that help, we are able to guide you on where to get the best certified hash avocado seedlings, which are going to give you the yields that you expect. Let me tell you that if you get the right hash avocado seedlings and you do it the right way, in the on the third year, you get about 300 fruits per tree. And if you're feeding it very well, on the 7th year, you should be doing close to about 2,000 fruits per tree.
Okay.
That is doable. We have doing it. We can always take you to these farms. If you visit my farm, I'll be able to prove that. After that, you must get right on how you plant. Initially, we used to plant avocado just like any other plant. You dig a hole and put the seedling there, water it and go. But that's not happening nowadays. There's a different way of planting the seed avocado. There's avocado seedling, because the avocado does not have what cut up roots. Most roots are usually peripheral roots, so you do not put it inside the hole. I don't want to go into the techniques of planting, but again, you must plant it right. You need to use what we call manure, it's a must. And we recommend something we call mixed and treated manure. Mixed manure means if you're able to get manure that maybe you have a cow, a goat, chicken, all that mixed together, and then it's treated. Why? Because different animals will give you manure different compositions. Find maybe a manure from goat has more phosphorus, manure from a cow has more calcium. So we always encourage that if you can get mixed manure, the better. If you really can't get, then goat manure will be the second best option.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today I want my viewers to really understand this supply chain of avocado from the farm to the market, and what role do key people in this supply chain play. What role does a small scale farmer play, and how can they do better compared to the large scale farmer?
Yes, once we have your avocado ready and they're ready for harvesting, there are two ways. You will either have a signed contract with the big buyers. Big buyers are what we call the packers, pack houses, and the packers are people who usually now buy the half avocado from the farmers. They process, they pack them, and they export. They may come for them from your farm, or you may take them to the factories. Usually, we recommend that they come for them from the farm, because then they're able to pick what they want and what they don't want in the farm. This is where the problem comes in. For most small scale farmers, say they don't have market, because really, if I'm only doing about 10 avocado trees or 20, and maybe my production is maybe about 200 kilos, it's going to be difficult for a pack house owner to come all the way from Europe to come and just pick a few hundreds of kilos. He wants to come and pick a lot of, it's basically economics of scale. If you're doing maybe a few kilos and I'm doing 100 of kilos, most likely you're going to visit a place where they are doing a lot of kilos. So the biggest challenge you have with the marketing is that small scale farmers, when you don't join together, you're not able to attract these buyers, because they feel that I don't want to go and just pick a few kilos. Again, for you, if you only have a few kilos, again, it becomes expensive. If I'm going to go to Nairobi taking about 100 kilos, again, it's economical. So you keep saying we don't have buyers, because both of you, I am not able to take it because they are very few, and the buyer is not able to come from, because I also have very few. So what we recommend is that you join together. And this is where we talk about the laws of cooperatives, where as farmers around one area, you come put sales together, you come together, you produce, and then you aggregate together so that you have many kilos. Then it's easy now for the buyers to come and say, this group here has about 100 tons, so you're going to go for the 100 tons. And again, when you get joined together, it becomes easier for you to even negotiate your prices, because the buyers want the avocados. So if you know you have got quality avocado and the numbers, you can actually take your price. Say, no, if you're not giving us so many shillings per kg, you're not going to sell to you. And because they need the fruits, they're going to give you a good price. But if you're alone, they say, fine, if I must come for your 100 kilos, I cannot give you so much, it's little money. That's where the biggest mistake comes in. So for the bigger farmers who have hundreds of acres, this is no problem, because really they have direct linkage with the buyers and they have contracts and they just come for them. But for the small scales, and the small scale farmers are the ones who have many numbers. For every maybe one or two big time player, there are hundreds of other small scale players. And for us, we always say that the best way is to, if you cannot produce in quantities, then you join forces with small scale farmers so that you're able to get the quantities as it were. Secondly, the prices will fluctuate because of already reasons. For example, now the demand and supply of harsh avocado fruits. The demand, for example, in Middle East, it's high. The highest is actually in Europe. You have the Americans eating a lot of avocados. And in the last 2 or 3 years, we've had the Chinese market and even the Indian market. But what is happening is that because the government regulates the marketing, because the avocados have a season when they're supposed to be ready, from the month of March all the way to around September. And what the government does is that they close the export before the month of March, just to control, because if it's left open, what happens? People go and harvest and fruits which are not ready because of the grid. And then they export these fruits, and then our market outside the market, you see you are giving unripe fruits because people are greedy. So what the government does is regularly say, now we've closed this season until its season is ready. For example, we expect the next 1 or 2 months, the market will be open and we're able to be selling our fruits. Demand is always there, it's constant, I would say, because you all know that avocado is the only fruit that our doctor always recommend for dietitians. It's now included in almost all cuisines in the world. And I want to point out, for example, the biggest producer of avocado, avocado in the world is Mexico. You have Peru, Colombia, you have Haiti. Kenya is number 6, and a few others following behind it.
Okay.
So the market is huge, but you need to produce quality and then have a proper market, a proper way of channeling our products into the market. So we've said the pack house owners are the biggest uptakers. Then you have people called aggregators. Some people call them the brokers. Other people come and say, I'm going to pick a few from farmer A. He doesn't have a farm, but they pick up from farmer A, from C. Then he fills up maybe a truck and takes these fruits to the pack house. They supply a load because they help these small scale farmers, even though of course now you can see they've cut the money because he's buying from the small scale farmers. He needs to make his profit and take it to the pack house. That's a broker person calling. So if we farmers are able to come together and form a society, we completely eliminate that chain of the pack of the aggregator and go directly to the pack house, and we get our money in full. There are farmers who have, there are areas that people have done very well in that area. If you go to a place like Nyeri, Muranga, they have very vibrant societies on hash avocados. We're still lagging behind in where I come from in Tharaka-Nithi because again, we're still not as good as people in Muranga are doing, but we're getting there because the will is there and we want to get there because it's just like us. And surprising that Tharaka-Nithi has been mentioned as one of the best climate for growing hash avocado, and you can check that with agricultural bodies. They tell that we have a very good soil, very good climate for hash avocado. So that's why we are going to it, and we're going to it in a big way because these are multi-million dollar industry. Just last year we made about 24 billion in foreign exchange out of our hash avocado. So you can see it's a money making industry, and we encourage many farmers as possible to come into it. Challenges, if I go back to challenges, we have the only thing is that if you are able to irrigate the land, you do irrigation because you get higher products. We have diseases, pests, and pests. They are big menaces. Something called FCM, fruit flies. Then there's a common, this is called Phytophthora, which makes the trees dry up. But again, this can be managed with proper orchard management, which you can also teach our farmers on how to do it. Otherwise, generally, it's a very, very lucrative area to be in the farming.
So, do you think the seasonality? I've heard you talk about the seasonality of the avocado fruits. Do you think that the seasonality of these fruits is making the supply chain become difficult? Is it a big challenge? Is it making us have fluctuation in prices, or what makes the prices keep changing?
Well, the world over, people that just like mangoes, avocados have a season. And both in North America and in Africa, we are growing avocado. We have a season. Then, like I said, season starts from mid-March or late March all the way to September. Now, while the season in North America starts a little bit early, our peak gets to around June, July. So the season don't affect the pricing. What will affect the price normally is when we have a lot of overproduction or overproduction. Sometimes climate changes. Sometimes we have adverse weather conditions, and it affects the general production of avocado. Then if the demand is high, the price is going to shoot up. Again, sometimes you'll find that we have overproduction. Sometimes when the rates are very, very good and everybody is growing avocado, definitely sometimes the demand may outstrip the supply, and that will change the pricing bit. But in terms of the demand is also almost constant, but now what you're producing is what actually differs because of the climate, mostly climate issues, nothing more than that. Otherwise, it is expected that the seasons are between March and maybe September, October, in between there. Outside there, we don't have enough avocados in the world. Yep.
So, are there any value addition strategies that you, as avocado farmers who are in maybe cooperatives, do you have any value addition things that you do?
Well, yes, we are thinking of the most basic avocado. What do you do with avocado? There are two things. You either eat it as fresh fruit, or you press it for oil. And the avocado oil is very good because it's good because it is sought after for cooking and for body use and for hair, the cosmetic industry. Now we haven't started large scale production of the avocado oil apart from the pack houses, because it is a process and we need the machinery, we need the knowledge. So we do not have, so far I do not know any small scale farmer who is doing commercial extraction of oil, but we have a simple way of the normal, what do you call, small home-based industries, where you can make some little oil, maybe a few liters for your cooking, but not in an industrial way. And so we really don't have any other variation for avocados as it is, because like I'm saying, if you're not eating it as a fresh fruit, then you're using it as oil. There's the debate about the avocado seedling being used for medicinal purposes. For example, they say if you boil the avocado seed, crush it, boil it, is good for arthritis. But you have to go into those details of that. You don't have the scientific proof that is happening, but it's something that you can think of. So for now, we do not have, apart from direct selling to the pack houses, maybe have a few for home use, extract a few for oil. We do not have any other. Currently, we don't have any other variation that we are having.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm interested to know, because to know what kind of strategies like we Kenyan avocado farmers are putting in place, or maybe rather Africa. Let's start with Kenya because we are in Kenya. What kind of strategies do you think you propose that can be put in place so that we brand our avocados better and differentiate our avocados from the rest of the countries? Maybe it's be that our avocados are the most preferred in the continents, like you are saying they are preferred for Europe, Asia. So how do we market ourselves in a better way and put ourselves at a nice position in the global market?
That's a very good question. Well, what we need to do, we need to empower our farmers. And how do you empower farmers? Give them more knowledge that they don't have. And for example, if we give the farmers incentives, give them money to be able to buy, or give them the light seed drinks, give them light fertilizers, give them extension farmers to teach them about avocados, and above all, fund them so that they're able to come up with a pack house. Then we shall have made a kill in it. Why? Because all this money that we are spending trying to get our fruits from our farm to the pack houses will go to the farmers. And it also means that if you have a packer, say in Chuka, Tharaka-Nithi, it means that if I'm transporting I don't have to transport my fruits all the way from here to Nairobi. I can simply harvest take my harvest, take my wheelbarrow, take my small car, take my donkey, get to the farm at the pack house. We pack the fruits and we export them to Europe or another country. Of course, you have something called traceability. Now this is possible. We're able to know that this particular fruit, if it's been bought in Netherlands, it came from a farm in Tharaka-Nithi, in Bogoni, in Gamatundu, belongs to Peter Mutweri. So for me, the government needs to simply empower the farmers, get them the right seedlings, get them the right fertilizers, get them extension officers, and above all, think of putting up a pack house where now we simply get our fruit from the farm into the pack house, process them, and export them as our brand name. That way we shall have made money, we shall have put money into the farmer's pocket. Because why? If, for example, we usually pack our fruits in 4 kgs. Currently, a 4 kg packet of hash avocado in Netherlands, maybe talk about last 1 month, was about 600 shillings or 700 shillings. But the same thing you're buying, we're buying from our farmers about maybe 20, 30, about 120 shillings. So in between about 700 shillings, where did it go? that money can become the farmer's money if we give them a pack house. Because the pack house owners are allowed to put money in the pocket. That's why they take the entire profit once they're able to export. So we can get all this money, get in the farmer's pocket, and then we make our farmers grow and they become better farmers than they are currently.
Okay,
yes.
So we always say that Kenya is very rich in agriculture, and agriculture contributes to around 80% of the gross domestic product. And I saw some people in Makueni, they are trying to do it. They're trying to pack the mangoes. So I think if we people of Tharaka Nithi and maybe Meru or all the avocado farmers in Kenya, if we embrace the same things on value addition, I think we can position ourselves at a very nice position in the global market. So I want to know, what are some of the trends that you feel can make this avocado farming better when it comes to marketing?
Like I've said, it's just lack of knowledge. Farmers are willing to put their hands in soil and produce, but they lack knowledge. For example, if you talk about validation, we could start industries where we make our own hair oil, face lotions, because they are there in avocados. For me, I think again that it lies in the support the government should give our farmers, because without that, the farmers we have do not have the capacity. They have the brains, yes, but they don't have the financial capacity to transform their thoughts into products. So we just again, it's again with government supporting us, because the brains are there. Mm-hmm. We can decide that apart from exporting from our pack houses, some of it we do our own products. We do our own hair products. We do our cosmetic products, and you all know that cosmetic industry is a multi-billion industry. So maybe if we had the government support in supporting we farmers and helping us to not only do the pack house but also add value to our products, like making those cosmetic products, then again that would be a game changer in the farmers. Because, like I say, Kenyans are not crazy. Our farmers are very, very hardworking. Mm. What they want is a support, and they have to be held by people who are able to, and then they'll be able to make their own living, and we shall stop themselves depending on even handouts. Because, like I said, nearly every part of the country, Arab land, you can grow avocado. So. And if you notice, let me give you why avocado is so lucrative. The Israeli government, about four years ago, they came and hired some land in a place called Abibi, and they are doing about 3,000 acres of hash avocado. You all know the Kenyatta family. Anybody who has been on Nakuru Road and Nakuru past Ngata, as go towards Eldoret, on the right side is some beautiful brand under hash avocado. There were 10,000 acres. That land is under the Kenyatta family, and there are many others. And anytime you hear a business that is being done by the Jewish people and the Kenyatta family, it means it's lucrative. These people don't touch business that they're not sure about. So it tells you that you cannot belong in that avocado. Though there's no way the government of Israel would have decided to come and hire land and do avocado if it was just they're not sure about the future. Because again, people are thinking about what the future. Always gonna be like coffee, and they say no, you cannot compare avocado with coffee or even tea. For coffee, if you harvest coffee, there's so much work that goes into it, and the labor, the spraying, the harvesting, and again, coffee you cannot pick coffee and eat. Avocados, I can simply pick avocado one fine morning and I cook my ugali and I have as a meal in the house. Yeah. You cannot do that even for tea leaves. You must process them. But for coffee, for hash avocado, I can actually go pick it from my farm, sometimes be ready on the tree, and I eat it directly.
True.
Yeah, and no doctor has ever told someone not to eat avocado because it's healthy. It has got what you call good cholesterol fats. It has no sugar. Mm. So again, in terms of nutrition, it's a very, very, very sought after fruit, even by the people in the European countries. So it is something you can never go wrong with avocado, and the demand for avocado will never go down as long as people are being born.
Okay.
Yep.
So I have heard you mention one thing about the future. So as a parting shot, as we finish up this episode of today, I want you to tell me, in your own opinion, what do you think is the future of avocado farming globally?
Avocado farming globally is very, very, very bright. Statistics that are available show that every year the demand of avocado is growing by about 9%, while the production growth is about 3%. So you have a gap of about 5% in the given year. That tells you that as we go on, the demand can only get higher because you're having a bigger population and you're not growing our orchard as much as the population is growing. We're opening more markets. Like I said, in the first maybe 10 years, you only had about 2 markets. We had the European market, Europe market, and a little bit of Middle East. Now we have the Chinese market, which we never had, and we also have the Indian market. What I'll tell you, it means the entire world now is demand of avocado in a huge way. So it is a very, very, very bright area to go into, because you will never get wrong with food. You never get wrong with something that is recommended even by doctors, especially now that we always concerned about our health, eating healthy.
Yeah.
Like I said, every other cuisine now has included avocado as a fruit of choice in their meals. So that tells you, and again, like I said, it has revolutionized the cosmetic industry, because the avocado oil is now being used as the biggest basis of the cosmetic industry. And like I said before, this is a multi-billion industry. So the avocado market, the avocado industry is just huge and immense. We cannot exhaust it.
Wow, guys, like I always tell you, your health is your wealth. So Mutwiri, one parting shot to the farmers who feel like now they are motivated enough, they feel like they can venture in this avocado farming, or even existing farmers who have been feeling that this avocado is not making them profit as they wish. So one parting shot to that farmer.
Yeah, I tell you that avocado is profitable. Just do these 2 things: get the right seedling, plant it well, practice good orchard management, and you'll make money and not regret it.
So guys, don't wonder, today we are in an office setup. It was that we did this on a tight schedule. We were not available because the farms are a bit far from where the office is. But next time, I want us to do an episode where we're in the farm, and I think Mutwiri can confirm this, because I want you to see that we are walking the talk. Mutwiri, are you ready to give us a tour in your farm?
Yes, next time, viewers, we will be in the farm. Is a Packers farm, the farm that I own, so we can actually see the practicals of what we're talking about. See if it's true we have these fruits that are giving us about a dozen fruits, or it's just a talk. So I welcome you. Next time, let's go visit the farm and see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow, guys, I hope you've learned so much today. I hope your notebooks you've taken with them. That hii episode ni ile yenye you listen and then you go back again to revisit what we have said. So guys, thank you so much, Mutwiri, for coming to my channel and giving us very necessary tips that we've never had before. We really appreciate you being in our channel. So guys, like I always tell you, in case you are rich or poor, you are someone who is a corporate or not corporate, you are employed, you are not employed, we are all farmers in this country. Most of us, like 90% of our Kenyan population, we are all farmers. Unapata a doctor is a farmer, the president is a farmer. So who are you not to do farming? I always tell you to embrace farming, and this is the way to go. For my fellow youths, agriculture is the way to go. So make it your culture. Like I always say in this channel, agriculture is my culture. So why don't you also make it your culture? So guys, I hope you've learned so much today. Don't forget to give this video a like, comment down below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for this and much more episodes of Farming with Nelly Bernard, where I say agriculture is my culture. See you in the next one. Bye.